Everyone. Today we are going to deal with sets, okay, the junior level set, okay. Now we have a question here, and the question says that given the following, we have our universal set to be equal to a set containing a set of odd numbers less than 16, right? Then we have the set A be equal to the sets multiples of 3, and we happens to be a subset of the universal set. And we have the set B be equal to the set where x is greater than 9 and less than or equal to 15. Okay, we've been told to find the cardinality of A intersection B, and A complement intersection B, and then we have B complement intersection A, and then we've been told in II find 5 over 12, or 5 divided by 12, of the difference of the cardinality of A complement intersection B and B complement intersection A. Okay, so that being said, let's move straight ahead to solve this question. Okay, so we consider solution here. Okay, so solution. So we notice in this particular question that the first thing we have to do is we list the sets, the elements of every one of the sets. So set of odd numbers less than 16 are 3, 5, 7, 9. Sorry, we start with 1, 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, 13, 15. Now you're supposed to continue to 17, but we notice that the universal set says is a set of odd numbers less than 16. So we know that 15 is less than 16, so we end it here. Okay, so the next thing we do is to list the set of A, the elements of A. And we told that A happens to be the multiple of 3. And so what are the multiples of 3 that we know? We know 3 times 1 is 3, 3 times 2 is 6. Okay, but you notice here that the set of A happens to be a subset of the universal set. And if we consider the multiples of 3 that happens to be within this set, 6 is not part of the element of the universal set, so we are not going to consider it. So we know 3 times 3 is 9, and 9 is part of the universal set, so we write that here. Next thing is we know that 3 times 5, 3, 4, 12, sorry. So 3 times 4 is 12, and 12 is not an element of the universal set, so we're not going to write that. So the next thing is we know 3 times 5 is 15, and 15 happens to be an element of the universal set, so we write that. Okay. So the next thing we do is also list the element of B. Okay, now considering the element of B, we've been told that the element of B happens to be an element where contains the element x, where x is greater than 9. So what are the numbers that are greater than 9 and less than or equal to 15? So as you see on your screen there, x greater than 9. Okay, so you see that the greater sign symbol, you see where it's facing. Okay, you see the inequality symbol, the math is facing the x, so x means that x is greater than 9. And here we also see that x is less than or equal to 15. Okay, so that's what we have there. So when we consider x, the values of x, we know that x is for x greater than 9 means that we don't start from 9, but start from 11 onward. So 11, 13, and then 15. So we write that there. Okay. So the next thing for us to do is we want to make things simpler for ourselves. So we look for the A complement. Okay. So A complement being equal to, now when we talk about A complement, a complement of A are actually elements that are not in A. Okay. The elements that are not in A but can be found in the universal set. So what are the elements that are not here but are here? So let's list them here. So we have one here, and we have five here. We have seven. We have 11, and then we have 13. Yes, so these are what the elements of A complement. Okay, the next thing for us to find is B complement. So B complements are elements that are not in B but can be found in a universal set. And so what are those elements? Let's look for those elements that are not here in B but are in what universal set. So they are 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. Yes, that's it. Okay, so let's move on to solve or answer the question. So we've been told to find A intersection B. So A, we've been told to find the cardinality. Now, first of all, you need to know what cardinality means. The word cardinality means the number of a set. Okay, a number of a set. So when we consider this, the first thing we need to find is to find A intersection B. Now, A intersection B is, when we look at them, what do we see in common? The intersection means what do we have in common between A and B. So what do we have in common? We see 3 here. Is 3 there? No. We see 9 here. Is 9 here? No. We see 15 here. Is 15 here? Yes, there's 15 here. So we write that 15. Okay. Yes. So this is a set. But in talking about cardinality, cardinality is not usually represented in this manner. And how many elements we have in the set A intersection B? And that's 15. That's one. Sorry, that's one element. It's a unit set. So we write 1. So that's our answer for IA. Then we move on to IB. So with IB, what we do is IB, we have what? We have A complement intersection B complement. So A complement intersection B complement, as you see on the screen there. So we have A complement, which is this, and then the B. So what do we have in common here? 11. Is 11 here? Yes, we have 11 here. So we write that. So that being said, we have A, sorry, A complement, which is this, we said 11, and then We ask ourselves, 13 is 13 here? Yes, 30 can be fine. So let's write that there. Okay, so we are done then. So the next thing for us to find is the cardinality. And how many elements do we see here? That's two. So we write two. So that's our answer for the IB. So move on to I C. Now I C is B complement intersection A. And you see, since we found out B complement makes things easier. So B complement intersection A. Still three. Do we have three here? What is common? Yes, there's three there. So we come here, write that down. So we have 9 on 3. And then you ask us, so what do we have in common here? Is there 9 here? There is. There's 9 there. So you come here and we write on 9. So the cardinality of B complement intersection A is equal to 2. So and we solve our question I see. Next thing is we find question I. We solve it, and by solving it, we see that we have 5 divided by 2 of the difference of the cardinality. When we talk about difference, the word difference is in math means subtraction. Okay, it means subtracting between two values. Okay, subtracting between two values. So what do we subtract here? So we have the question is A complement of section B, which is 2, and then B complement of section A, which is also 2. So the difference here is obvious. So we have 5 over 2 multiplied to 2 minus 2, and that's equal to 0. And we are done with the question. So this is all we have, and stay with us. If you have any question, do comment and do write it down under the comment section. Yes, and the next video will solve it. Make sure please subscribe and like. Subscribe and like. Okay, please subscribe and like. Yes. Sumpa, remember to subscribe and like. Inshira, remember to subscribe and like. Thank you very much, everyone. Please subscribe and like it and share it. Bye.